Thank you for joining us today as we are excited to tell you what the Greater New York Chapter's Breathe Team is all about and the opportunities it presents for you to support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation while breaking a sweat. Today you will hear from 3 of our Greater New York Chapter staff members that each work on a piece of this program. Michael Buscemi, Associate Executive Director, Josh Bradley, Senior Development Manager, and myself, Carrie Powell, Administrative Manager. Please feel free to type your questions into the chat and we will answer them at the conclusion of the presentation. We want to give a special shout out to our very first Breathe Team sponsor, CF Nutritional Support. CF Nutritional Support is a patient-centric company focused on helping CF fighters better access the vitamins, probiotics, and supplements they need to best achieve their nutritional goals. Thank you, James Colligan, for your ongoing support of the CF Foundation and your dedication to making CF stand for Cure Found.
The mission of the Breathe Team is to encourage supporters of the CF community to participate in endurance events across the country. Athletes can use their participation to raise awareness and the necessary funds to cure cystic fibrosis and to provide all people with the disease the opportunity to lead full and productive lives.
There are many ways to get involved and become a member of the Breathe Team. First and foremost, the Greater New York Chapter has become an official charity partner in a variety of events. This means that by joining the Breathe Team, you will receive guaranteed access into the event without having to qualify or enter the lottery. These events include
the United Airlines NYC Half. In this event, you can run 13.1 miles through the streets of New York City. The event will be held on Sunday, March 20th. The fundraising minimum for this event is $2,000 per runner. If you would like more information, please contact Carrie Powell as soon as possible, as we only have 1 spot left and the registration deadline is quickly approaching.
Next up is the Brooklyn Full and Half Marathon presented by NYC Runs. Runners can choose to do either the 13.1-mile half marathon or the full 26.2 miles. This iconic new route starts in northern Brooklyn and winds around the waterfront, taking you under the historic Williamsburg, Manhattan, and Brooklyn bridges while delivering eye-popping views of Manhattan. From there, the route heads up the grand concourses of Fulton Street and Flatbush Avenue before passing through Grand Army Plaza and into historic Brownstone, Brooklyn. This event will be held on Sunday, April 24th. The fundraising minimum for the half is $1,000 per runner and the full is $2,000 per runner. To learn more about getting involved on this year's brand new Brooklyn Breathe Team, contact Mike Buscemi.
Not a runner? Well, we have the Big Apple event that's meant for 2 wheels. Take on the city streets by joining the Breathe Team for the TD 5-Borough Bike Tour. Cyclists of all skill levels will come from around the world to roll through every borough of New York City on streets totally free of cars, taxicabs, and pedestrians. For one day, the roads are yours, the bridges are yours, the city is yours. There is no better way to experience New York City. The event will be held on Sunday, May 1st, and the fundraising minimum is $750 per cyclist. For more information, please reach out to Josh Bradley.
And lastly, our biggest and most exciting event, our flagship race that started it all over 7 years ago, the TCS New York City Marathon. Over the past 50 years, the New York City Marathon has grown from a local road race held entirely in Central Park to the world's largest and most notable marathon. The Breathe Team started when we had just 5 charity bibs to give to runners willing to fundraise for the CF Foundation. Today, we are a silver-level charity partner and have at least 50 runners participating annually, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars towards our shared mission.
helping to make CF stunts pure fun.
As a silver level charity partner, the CF Foundation, as well as our team members, receive several benefits, including premier placement on the New York Roadrunners website, access to exclusive running gear from New Balance, a team bus to take our runners from Central Park to the start line on Staten Island, and a tent in Charity Village as you wait for your wave start time. This year's marathon will be held on Sunday, November 6th, and the fundraising minimum is $4,000 per runner. For more information, please contact Mike Buscemi.
As a member of the Breathe team and joining us for any event in 2022, you will receive a number of special benefits. Entry into the event of your choice, a personalized fundraising webpage to solicit and collect donations, a Breathe team shirt to wear as you run or ride, and the opportunity to qualify for an exclusive Breathe Team Spirit Pack. All Breathe Team participants that raise $1,000 over their fundraising minimum will receive an exclusive collection of Breathe Team apparel and gifts that includes a branded scarf, drawstring backpack, luggage tag, long sleeve shirt, and the choice of a short sleeve or tank top.
The 4 events we mentioned earlier are already in motion and well established by organizations other than our own. But this is not the only way you can join the Breathe team. The Breathe team is more than just running and riding. We encourage all athletes across our region to participate in events in their own cities and towns and use that participation to raise funds for the CF Foundation. The Breathe team encourages participation in 5Ks, 10Ks, rock climbing, swimming, triathlons, hiking, and any other extreme sport you can think of. Just find an event that interests you or come up with your own. If you would like to talk or need help, we are happy to listen, share ideas, and support your athletic ambitions however we can.
Here's an example. Let's say Susie likes to run, but she's not sure that she can complete a full or a half marathon. Instead, she wants to sign up for her local Turkey Trot 5K. She can reach out to us, join the Breathe team, register for the race on her own, and then contact us to set up a fundraising page. In addition, we would be happy to send her a Breathe team shirt to wear the day of the race. These runners would also be eligible for the Breathe Team Spirit Pack by raising a minimum of $1,000. For another amazing example with proven success, now let's hear from Megan as she shares her idea and CF story.
Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Barlow. I am 30 years old, living with CF, and I'm the creator of the 65 Roses race. I was diagnosed with CF at 5 years old, and I have always been very active. I am pretty sure that's what's kept me as healthy as I can. What I want to talk to you today is a little bit about our 65 Roses race, what it is, how you can get involved, and how you can really make it your own. I started this race back in the winter of 2020. Before then, I always really loved running, but I had only ever ran 2 races before. I ran a half marathon in 2015, and it was really difficult. With CF, I would run out of energy. I'd be coughing a ton, so it was really hard. But because I started Trikafta in December of 2019, in the winter of 2020, I was feeling better than ever. I was running further. I was running faster. But then COVID hit. So things got all shut down, and I heard about the first time that a race went virtual, and I participated in that. And afterwards, I was kind of like, why couldn't we have a virtual exclusive run? It takes the pressure off people. It allows them to kind of do their own thing, set their own goals for what they're comfortable with, and race without any pressure or judgment. I really wanted it to be all centered around the community and making sure we motivated each other. But this event was not only about the final run, it was also about logging miles throughout the time leading up to the race, which really allowed for more people to join. It's completely customizable for what you want to set your goals to, what you want your race distance to be, but also how you want to accomplish those miles. You know, we have people who run, walk, bike. We have people who are rowing. So whatever way people want to accomplish those miles and do their race, they're able to do that. So we have the general premise of 65 miles in 65 days. But I personally encourage people to really push themselves to what they truly want to accomplish. Now that I've talked a little bit about what this event is, I would love to talk a little bit about how you can get involved. We do have a race website on the Passion platform of CFF. /65 Roses race. The event starts on March 5th and it runs through May 8th, which is that 65-day total. Race weekend is May 6th through 8th, so we ask people to run their race anytime that's convenient for them through that weekend. We also are asking people to post on social throughout their journey and also on race weekend. This way we can be getting awareness for the event and then also feeling that kind of celebration at the end as we're seeing everybody accomplish their goals together. So I've also created a hashtag for the event, which is hashtag 65 Roses Race, and also asked people to tag me as well in the event, which is Meg Salty CF Life. The one last component to the event is that I have created these race tank tops that people are able to purchase directly through me for $25. The black one that you see here is for all racers, and the white and purple edition at the bottom is a special edition that people with CF are able to purchase if they are participating in our event. I would love if people would consider joining our event. We have some big goals for ourselves, and we've been really successful in the past. So we would love to get some new participants. And you can sign up at our website where you're able to register yourself or a friend or family member. You're able to donate. You're able to log your miles if that's something you want to do. And we also provide training resources there as well. So you can sign up or donate at passion.cff.org/65 Roses Race, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions. But we're really excited to get this kicked off for the third year and see what people can get accomplished this year. So I hope you'll join, and good luck to my racers.
Thank you so much, Meg. Well, now that you have the basics, the endurance world is at your fingertips. If any of these options interest you, or if you have another idea, please reach out to us. Remember, this is just another outlet for you to do something that you enjoy, in addition to raising funds and awareness of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Until it's done.
Hi, everyone. Of course, technical difficulties. It's never easy, but hi, I'm Carrie Powell. So me and Mike work together on the Breathe team, and we're going to get to all of your questions if there's any, which I will be checking in a minute. But I wanted to introduce you to Brad, who is one of our co-captains of this year's Breathe team. He ran in the New York City Marathon last year, so we just wanted him to share a little bit of his story and his experience. So Brad, feel free to share as little or as much as you like. So take it away.
Yeah, so, well, thanks for having me and for allowing me to be a co-captain, first of all. But I am 34 years old. I was diagnosed at 6 days old, and growing up, I was very active in sports and things like that through high school. So I stayed kind of fairly healthy, but I wasn't always as healthy as I am now. I had my moments in life where I got off track, went down the wrong path, and it wasn't looking good. But then about early 20s, 23, 24, I started changing my life around and got my life back on track. Started doing my treatments religiously, started getting back into exercising religiously. And from there, I've been fairly healthy ever since, and especially since Trikafta came out. I didn't see a big jump in my lung function like a lot of people did, but less coughing, sinuses, not much sinus problems anymore, things like that, and just feeling overall healthier, and still exercising like a madman. And I'm married. Well, I guess we'll go that direction. I'm married. We have a baby girl, Sadie, who will be 2 in September. We have a baby boy on the way. So his due date is in July. And just all the things that back in the day when I was born, back in the 80s, early 90s, not just knowing or hearing that you probably won't be able to have kids and things like that. But here we are today, a bunch of people with CF, there's ways that you can have children, and we're living longer lives. And that's just because of, raising awareness and people donating to this awesome cause.
Awesome.
Hi guys, I'm gonna try and jump back in. Am I real now? I'm a real
You're
human.
perfect now. Perfect.
Hey, see that? We can practice 50 times, and the internet just wants to say no in the moment. It kind of takes over. So I apologize, Brad. I missed most of what you said, but again, I just want to say thank you for your participation here in the Breathe team for the coming year. I know you had a fantastic journey in 2021, although during the pandemic, I'd say pretty much in the height still of the pandemic. We're hoping that November of this year does not look like that again for you and the rest of the runners. So again, I want to say thank you. You're probably going to get to know a little bit more of Brad's story throughout the course of the year here. He and Leanne Bryan, who are our 2 co-captains for the Breathe team this year, they're going to help support this initiative by informing folks, not only in other chapters, but also the CF community that we support here in Greater New York, Connecticut, and Western New York as well, about the opportunities that, people that are passionate about what they do outside of the CF world and coupling it together with the Breathe team, which is always a fantastic, fantastic thing to see. So, Brad, I'm not sure if you have any other specific questions or points you want to raise. I know that you have a ton of stuff that you're working on a regular basis. I don't know if you want to share anything about that. I'd be happy to hear it, and I'm sure you'd share it with the rest of the team as well.
Yes. Are you talking about as far as the events that I do, or?
Yeah, I mean, give me like a typical weekend in the life of Brad Poole. Like what sort of training regimen do you have?
So right now, I've been doing fundraisers for the past 7, 8 years for CF. And it used to be basketball tournaments, cornhole tournaments, things like that. But in 2020, I thought to myself, why not actually do something that's going to challenge me physically, mentally, and just to show people what is possible when you put your mind to something, show others with CF what's possible when you take good care of yourself. And so I decided that I was going to do some type of running event, because I had gotten a running about 5, 6 years ago. I was just lifting weights all the time. I wasn't really doing nothing cardio wise for my lungs. And so I got hospitalized when I was 28. And when I was in the hospital, I told myself, when I get out, I'm going to start adding more cardio into my fitness routine. And so I started running. And then 3 months later, I signed up for my first half marathon. And from there, it just kept going. I've been running consistently ever since. But so I wanted to do something with running in 2020. And so I said, why not run like some big ultra run? And so what I did was I met this guy who does the mapping and routing stuff in Cat County. I live in Cat Harvest County. There's 32 towns in this county. And I told him to put a route together so I could hit every single town in my county. And when he did it, ended up being 266 miles. And so I ran that. It was in July, early July 5th through the 11th of 2020, hottest week of the year, over 100 on the pavement every single day. And I ran 42 miles a day for 6 days. And then the last day, on the 7th day, it was 14 miles. And then I ran through shin splints, severe body cramps, all that good stuff, or fun stuff. And I raised $65,000 just in that event alone. And then last year, June of 2021, I attempted a 300-mile run in 3 days. And I made it 100 miles before I had to get hospitalized due to dehydration. So I was, no matter how much water I consumed, food and things like that, my body, I was just still getting dehydrated. And it led to rhabdomyolysis, which is when the proteins in your body break down. It can cause kidney failure, so I had to get hospitalized. But I had a big community of people that came down. Hundreds of people came down and started putting in the laps for me. So that was awesome. That was awesome to see a big community of people come together. And then for that event, we raised $45,000. And then I'm actually training now for my next event, which is going to be in June. It's on June 4th. So I wanted to do something other than just running. So I decided to add in like a strength component to it. So it's going to be called, it's a 24-hour fitness challenge for CF. So I'll be running 50 miles. And then I'll be doing 3,000 push-ups, sit-ups, squats, 1,000 tire flips with a 250-pound tire, and then a 15-mile bike ride. And I'm planning on doing that in 24 hours and just training my butt off right now.
So running 260 miles wasn't enough. You had to add like 1,000 burpees to that list. God bless you. I'm sure I never met them, but I'm sure if I ever met your care center doctor and your wife, your family, your loved ones, they would probably have a little apprehension as to you signing up for all this. But God bless you. It's incredible to hear. And look, you know your body better than anybody else. So, you know, just take care of yourself. We love that you're out there doing all this stuff, but take care of yourself, please.
Yep, you got it, man.
Well, I'm not sure, Kerry, were there any questions that were put into the chat box? I didn't necessarily follow as I was listening to Brad.
There is one, but I had a quick question for Brad. I don't know if there's anything specific you'd want to share, but about your experience running the marathon with the Breathe team last year. In previous years, as we said on the video, we are a silver level charity partner. So we are able to have a tent in Charity Village and a bus and all that fun stuff, which hopefully we will have again this year. Brad didn't get that full experience, but I know you still had a great time. And if you have anything to say about that, that would inspire people to do it. We'd love to hear it.
What was your favorite part of the race? What was the favorite part of the course? Let's start there.
Favorite part was just all the people coming together, tons of spectators, tons of runners, seeing other people with the Breathe team shirts on, other CF shirts on. That was the first time in a while that I seen a big community of people just coming together, all supporting each other and encouraging each other, instead of people bashing each other for their different beliefs and things like that. So it's just awesome to see tons of people just coming together, all for one good cause, whether you're supporting CF, you're supporting cancer, things like that, and just people cheering each other on, and the bands all on the course, the DJs, the music, and the signs that people are holding up. It's just a big adrenaline rush, and it didn't really feel like 3 hours and 45 minutes, however long it took me. It seemed like it flew by a lot faster than that, just because it was so fun and just getting to meet other people and seeing everything, seeing the city. So it was an awesome experience. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't think you can run the full distance, you can walk, you can run, you can walk, you can run. Just get it done.
Yeah, Marathon Sunday in New York City is like a holiday over here. It's everyone comes out, every single person. It's literally electric. So even if you think you can't do it, you can start training now. As he said, you don't have to run the whole thing. And the greatest part about signing up with the Breathe team is you don't have to qualify, you don't have to run, a certain speed or anything. So think about it.
And to Brad's point too, with regards to the, sort of the electricity and sort of the vibe, what we do every year is we coordinate a specific cheer zone section. So we'll tell our runners and our families where we're going to be within the, the confines of the 26 miles. So it's a nice destination point for the runners to know, like, hey, when I get to mile marker 22.1 on the corner of 5th Avenue and 91st Street, I'm going to see a bunch of Breathe Team shirts, jerseys, hats, banners, flags. And, it's a nice area for us to sort of get to meet some of the families that come to New York for the first time. They're not necessarily familiar with where to be on the course, where's a great place to see people. So it serves as a specific place for us to get to be together and cheer our runners on as they pass by. And some people wave and they just keep going, and that's totally fine. If you're in the zone and you're trying to beat a time, by all means, don't stop and say hello to us, just keep going. But it's nice to see them. And obviously we try and take as many pictures and video footage as we possibly can. So we will always be out there in force cheering on our runners. And, Brad, I want to again say thank you for your tireless commitment, and you are an inspiration to, I'm sure, those with CF and without, because I cannot do what you do and I don't have CF. So bravo to you. And again, just make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brad.
I appreciate it.
We do have a few questions in the chat that I want to tackle. We had a question that said, are there any local Breathe Team running clubs? We're not that big yet. I wish we had enough people to make a whole big running club, but we don't have them because mostly we have people running from all over the place, from all over the world. So it's really hard to get people together to run together to train. But the people that are participating in our events, and this year we could also make a group for people that are doing virtual events. We usually have a Facebook group where people can connect and touch base and share their training woes and fundraising tips and all that stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing with that right now. Let's see, there was another question.
I think there was a question, Carrie, about the bus and the hotel recommendations. Yes, we will be able to provide that to you guys for anyone who's coming to the city, both runner and or families. Usually the bus that will take our Breathe Team runners to the start line leaves at Central Park South. It's very, very early in the morning. That timeline is all dictated by the New York Roadrunners. It has nothing to do with us. But it's usually Central Park South. And then again, depending on, price point and just desire of being, in a certain part of Manhattan, we can help you guys get to a place where you feel comfortable, both, geographically and obviously just based on the price point that you want to spend.
Yeah. And then someone asked, do you do that for the half too? I guess that was referring to the cheer zone. We have not had as many people run the half in the past. Usually it's only about 5 or so, but we do set up a point if people want to go there in the same spot and cheer for the Breathe Team. We wish we could be everywhere, but we do the best we can. And yeah, Brad put his Instagram handle in there if you would like to follow him. And I think that's it. I also put before, if you have any inquiries about any events, it's just easier to email our Greater New York chapter email and we'll defer you to who you need to go to. So that's greater-ny@cff.org.
Yes, and we will certainly take care of you with regards to ideas, both inside and outside of the events that we have charitable partnerships with. As you saw, Megan's presentation was phenomenal, and it's this year going to be another virtual event that she has coordinated and done so successful with. So we're sort of happy to work with her and get to know her a little more, and that she was able to share her story again. So thank you everyone today, again, for logging on and hearing a little bit more. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to Carrie or I at the Greater New York chapter. Brad, thank you so much. Please keep in touch. Please continue to share pictures, stories, and everything else. And we look forward to a very happy and healthy year for everyone. So thank you again. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.